Welcome to the Mere Nonsense Podcast, where we hate Dana White.
No, Daniel White, not Dana
Daniel,
White.
Daniel, sorry.
Daniel White. Yeah.
Not to be confused
fuck
with
you,
Dana
Daniel.
White.
Wow, Brad.
Yeah, Dana White, sign me so you can pay me little money.
It is currently 9:39 p.m. Central, and I believe Jake Paul and Tyron Woodley are about to fight, if not already fighting.
I think the women's fight's going on.
Women's fights?
Men's fight.
Yeah.
Not too sure, though.
Dude, that fight looks so funny with the women because I think one of them is like 40-0, and the other one's just got like 14 fights or something.
Jesus Christ.
That
It'll be great. It'll be fine.
Yeah.
Right. That should be on.
Just do your best.
Your best to be fine.
That should be on par with Jake Paul versus Woodley, where I hope Woodley just.
Dude, hopefully.
I just want to see him lose so bad.
Don't we all?
We've kind of went into this.
That's literally he's the worst part is he's not even on Mayweather's level. I think everyone just wants to see him lose more than that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, at least Mayweather can back himself.
Right.
Everything he's done. Jake Paul hasn't had enough fights to do that. I don't know, dog. I don't know, dog. We'll fucking
I would
see.
like to say it's just part of the game, but I mean, it kind of wasn't when the riots were going on and he was stealing shit from the mall too.
True.
And got caught in 4K.
Trying to find 5 updates right now to see where we're at, but I'm not getting anything. It's like I use the score for just about everything to keep me updated with like scores, right?
Yeah.
It's not even on the fucking score. Like they don't even recognize this as like an actual event. How much of a fucking joke it is.
That's fucked.
Also, that woman you were talking about, 41-1 with 30 knockouts, against 18-2 with 5 knockouts.
Which she's not exactly a rookie, but she doesn't seem like she's on the level of her opponent either.
Not by a long fucking shot, if you ask me.
I don't remember asking you.
Fuck up, Billy. Look, guys, I don't have topics. Asmophobia update, Billy.
Yeah, one of my friends was actually playing it earlier because I mentioned it. I don't know if you mentioned it to any of our original group, but I brought it up to a couple of my friends that are in the current group that I've been playing with. That they play it. One of them is really only going to play it if another one plays it because he only plays it with her.
Yeah.
And I don't think she's going to. But there's another one that said he'll play with us, and he played it just a little bit ago actually, and he says it looks fantastic. he's actually excited for tonight. So
yeah. Oh, he's playing with us.
Yeah, if you want extra people.
Yeah, that's fine. I don't care.
And it's just you two, so of course you need the extra people.
I
don't know if Sir Dipshit over there has it.
No, he doesn't.
Are you talking about Brad? No, he doesn't.
Talking about you, nerd.
Why would I play that fucking game, dude?
Why wouldn't you play that game?
He is like #1 gatekeeper in the world when it comes to anything that's not Warzone.
Ain't that the fucking truth?
You're not wrong, honestly.
So updates wise, they added texture updates to all of the current equipment, so the you can actually differentiate the 2 flashlights now. Actually, the 3 flashlights. The one with the camera's a little different. The cameras function different now. You don't have to flip them, or the video cameras, the camcorders.
You have to turn them on.
The second you walk outside, it just flips on. It's automatically going.
Oh, that's pretty cool. And I guess it prevents you from being blinded when you fucking look in the camera monitor.
Yeah. what's it called? When you walk in, so I had mine on a tripod, and the screen pops up on the camcorder itself. It's black and white when it's like that. Kind of cool.
Mm-hmm.
They added a couple more ghosts. They added a new building. Added some creepy like sound effects, like when you go into the when you go into the spirit box and you're like, "Where are you?" It'll whisper back, "Behind you," and
That's pretty
it's
cool.
terrifying. I love it. They added a dots projector, which is this thing that it just displays a bunch of green dots and it'll show a silhouette. But what I learned is you have to actually provoke the ghost again to make it see it, similar to how ghostwriting works.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm excited. I think Phasmophobia is a very underrated game. I think that more people should give it a chance. It is very scary, especially when you play by yourself, but it's really fun with friends too.
Everything's better with friends.
Everything's better with friends, unless that friend is Z.
Yeah, Z ruins everything. Dickhead.
You're not wrong.
He still looks like that guy that I keep sending you in the TikToks. The Cartman sings these songs.
Yeah.
To a fucking T, Z.
I don't see it, Billy. You know who you remind me of though? With that little
is that,
mole you got
Steve
going
Buscemi?
on right there. You ever see I think it was Austin Powers and Goldmember.
Mo.
Mo.
Mo. Mole, mo. Mole, 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 mole.
Oh man.
Oh god.
Good times.
I need to go through those movies again.
Have you seen this game called Intruder, Billy?
A game called Intruder?
Yeah. I was going through the game store on Steam, and there's one called Intruder, and it's the ultimate spy versus guard simulator. Carefully sneak your way to the objective as intruders, or use a wide variety of tactical gadgets to trap your opponents as guards. Intruder allows for stealth, teamwork, and environmental interactions never before seen in a multiplayer game. And the screenshot before you start the fucking trailer is a guy holding a banana.
It looks like almost Team Fortress graphics.
That's what I was gonna say. It sounds like with that.
It looks like Team Fortress graphics with what's that that heist game? Payday?
Oh, Payday?
Yeah.
It's like a combination of the two.
And the last screenshot looks like someone slipped on a banana too.
Yep. I'm looking at that right now. I have been in such a rut when it comes to video games recently.
Same.
Not
all of us can play dog shit games like Billy.
What do you mean?
You were
Kingdom Come Deliverance is dog shit.
You were very simple.
You know, that's actually I would really like to try that game one day.
Yeah, I got it on sale for like $10.
Bigfoot.
Because it's always since it came out, that game has always had good reviews.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't hear what game you were talking about.
Kingdom Come Deliverance.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
That game looks cool. Yeah, we were also looking at Bigfoot, and
we've been looking at Bigfoot for a while, haven't we?
No.
I don't know what this Wii is.
I think didn't we talk about it when when I watched Markiplier play it?
No.
You and I might have briefly talked about it. We might have talked about how we saw Markiplier play it.
Yeah, that could have been it.
I don't know, like maybe I'd be interested. I don't know. Not for 20.
It looks like I'd have fun with it for like a couple hours.
I would put it on probably the same level as like Phas or Labyrinthine.
Mm-hmm.
I can't wait for whenever that next Labyrinthine update is. That was so much fun.
Yeah, that was really good. I'd be down to play more of that.
I know how to fucking spell.
What was that first YouTuber that just like really hooked you into watching YouTube a lot?
Markiplier.
Easily. Mine was definitely PewDiePie back when he was doing Amnesia.
I could not stand PewDiePie's videos.
I liked White Boy 7th Street. Yeah, so Anselmo showed me trick shot videos on YouTube, and then I just started watching him, and he had commentary videos, so I watched his commentary, which then got me into Woody's Gamertag and T Martin, um, which then got me into the podcast and all that. But back then, I watched a lot of Call of Duty commentaries, trick shot videos, a lot of those like phase videos, and then I liked PewDiePie a little bit. Like I liked his Slender videos; those were fun, and his what's that really creepy game?
Which one?
It was Slender and Amnesia,
Amnesia.
and then
with Stefano.
there was also this. I don't know what game it was called, but it was a horror game on the Wii. And I remember seeing it in one of his compilations where he was just like, okay, we need to conserve ammo. As soon as he sees anything, he just unloads a full clip on nothing.
What Happy
But
Wheels.
honestly, I can't really watch PewDiePie anymore either.
Yeah.
Which is funny because like he's the one that just really got me hooked on YouTube videos, but I just couldn't for the life of me watch his stuff right now.
I still watch a lot of Markiplier. He does this series called Three Scary Games, and that's always enjoyable.
I love that series.
He's just a chill dude to watch, and he always finds like obscure games that are like fun to watch.
Yeah.
One person that I hated but now like a lot was Jacksepticeye. I hated when he was like super like now that he's like chill, he's so enjoyable to watch.
Yeah.
Fun fact: I've never heard of Jacksepticeye until like back when I was playing Warzone.
Okay, hold on.
Say that again.
Back when I was playing Warzone.
No. Say his name.
Jacksepticeye. That's his name, isn't it?
I'm keeping
Septiceye.
Yeah, Septiceye.
Oh man.
I'm keeping a tally. That's 3 words he's said wrong so far. It's septic.
So far.
Septic eye.
No. See, it's all one word, so it becomes Septiceye.
Oh, dude.
Fucking Indianians.
Shut up, you're from Illinois. It's not much better.
Oh, it's tons better.
No, it's not. No, it's not.
Hey, at least our shootings are fun.
Are most of yours in schools?
No, ours are in the city.
Like...
yours are
cities that have shootings in.
Yours are domestic.
It's in the ghettos, man.
Yours are the husband comes home from working at the factory all day, comes back to the wife didn't cook dinner type
cheating.
Shit.
Oh, okay.
The life of pi.
Yeah. I also have a issue with YouTube videos right now. There's not much that I want to watch. I turned it on. Like I remember high school, every single day I would look for like through my subscriptions list, and I would always like go down the line. Now when I go on YouTube, I just look for recommended, and then I'll look at the subscriptions every now and then. I'm like, I don't want to fucking watch. One of the guys I love watching, his name is Chill Chaos. Him and his group almost only play Among Us, and it's kind of annoying. Like I would love to watch more, but he puts out Among Us, which I mean, whatever gets you views and whatever you're having fun with, but it's just not for me.
Yeah. For me, if it's not comic book related stuff, it's car stuff, and like there's this YouTube channel called Donut Media, which even if you're not into cars all that much, they have like really good like informative stuff, whether it's, changing a part to see if it's worth it or not, or just giving you a backstory to a certain vehicle from like the beginning to the current generation of it.
Right.
So that's probably like my favorite YouTuber right now is Donut Media.
I couldn't even pick one right now.
You guys remember how my car was having an issue?
Yeah, and I told you
where it would just have the full blast
probably
heat.
a leak on the exhaust.
No, not that one.
The first time we came over and we pointed it out.
No, so for a while now, it was after that really cold the fuck do they call that? Arctic? No,
Arctic monkeys?
somewhere was it? No, when it was like real fucking cold. God, I can't remember what they called it. It was like 2 years ago.
Oh, the
So like that.
yeah, polar
Yeah,
vortex.
yeah. It was a little bit after that. So about a year ago, um, where my heater would just turn on full blast. Don't know why. I didn't use my car as much, so I didn't really care to get it looked at because COVID started not
Right.
too long after. And I went out to like move my car because they went and worked on our street 2 days ago. So the roommate had to park in the back, and then I just parked in the backyard, and it was dead. So I thought, okay, someone like tried to break in. I didn't realize that my alarm was going off, and it just ran the battery dry, even though there was nothing like, the locks were still on and no windows were broken. Um, I tried to move it again, and it was dead again. So I was like, what the heck? And it turns out that for whatever reason, that heater being on was just draining the battery. For whatever reason, it only started doing that. So I unhooked my battery from it, hooked it back in. Heater doesn't even turn on anymore, like it used to. I still can't control the middle console, but
Yeah,
no problems anymore.
right.
Batteries doesn't drain
Hey,
just from unhooking it, hooking it.
that women's fight's going into the 8th round right now.
Gotcha.
8th round?
8th round, yeah.
Jesus.
She's
Are
lived
they doing
that
12?
long. Huh?
Is that fight going on for 12?
10.
10? Okay.
Yeah,
They're almost done.
I haven't had any car issues yet, thankfully, with my car. I mean, it's only 3 years old.
Mhm.
But the site just got shut down.
You did have that one issue where it wasn't registering you putting it in park though.
Yeah, so that is a common issue with most Malibus that have a computer system in them. I've
Yeah,
said,
register that you were putting it in park.
yeah, so it'd actually go into park, right, physically, but the
Mhm. To like pull the key out, like it wouldn't let it.
no, so I have a push start. So when I would put it in park and turn off the car, it would warn me that it wasn't in park. It physically was in park, like the gears were in park, but the computer
Mhm.
wasn't registering that it was. So my battery would potentially die if I couldn't turn it off because that message
Mhm.
was just stay on the whole time. Luckily, I found a way to turn it off every time, and then I finally got it fixed. But that's the second time I've got it fixed.
Yeah, my car. Go ahead.
I was just saying the only thing I'm having trouble with now is I need an oil change soon, which isn't that big of a deal. I can go anywhere for an oil change, but
Mhm.
I have free quote unquote free oil changes. I paid like an extra couple $100 up front when I bought my car to get free
Yeah,
oil changes. But
right.
there's a
From like a
giant
dealer of their choice.
at the dealer that I bought it from. Uh, but there's a strike going on right now.
Oh God.
Um,
Yeah, it's not just on that dealership either. Like I was telling him there's this road that's by a mall that we would go to that has like a good 10 dealerships around, and all of the auto techs are on strike because they're all in the same union, so they don't like the new contract, and because of that they're going on strike until they give them a
Mhm.
better one.
so having some technical issues again. Um, my thing froze, and now I have a random screen up that doesn't show our cam. So this might be audio for from now on.
I dig it.
And the editing software I used wouldn't let me upload, or it's the files got corrupted every time I tried uploading YouTube. So um,
I dig it.
this is gonna be just another fun conversation, boys.
That's fine.
um, but yeah, I haven't had any issues with my car outside of that, which has been nice. Oh, we're back. Okay. Um, but yeah, I'm trying to
Yeah, I
think of
mean,
anything else.
I'm fortunate that I haven't had like really any car issues. This is the first time that I've had an actual car issue since I've gotten it that wasn't just like wear and tear of the vehicle.
Right.
Right.
Oh, Jake Paul's in the
Yeah.
ring now.
Noise.
How long
Billy,
do
did I
think
tell
it's
you
gonna
about what
last?
happened to my car?
What happened to your car this time?
So I ended up taking it. This was like in the span of the last 3 months, right?
Hmm.
In the first 2 months, I took it twice to the dealership. Like, they won't take you on the spot unless I make an appointment, pretty much.
Hmm.
And it started, the first time I went was my AC blower motor was just like super loud. And on top of that, it wasn't like pushing out as much air as it normally does. So I
Hmm.
bring it up to them. I'm just like, hey, this and this. Can you guys check it out? And I also had to do an oil change, so I was like, fuck it, we'll do that. And I waited there for like an hour and a half, maybe.
Hmm.
Well, by the time I get back to them, he's just like, yeah, so we checked the temperature on the AC, and it seems to be blowing cold. I'm like, I never told you anything about the temperature.
Right.
Like, where did you get that from?
Right.
So he's just like, well, if it happens again, just bring it back. I'm like, oh, this is fucking pointless then.
Cold air
And
is
I bring
cold.
it back. Yeah, right. And the second time it started to just not turn on in certain days. So some days it would work, and then some days it wouldn't. And I ended up taking it to them, but then it started working that day of the appointment.
Of
So they're
course,
like,
as
yeah,
it
we can't really
does.
diagnose anything until like it's messed up. So, I'm like, so what you're saying is I should just bring it on the spot then, and you guys check it. He's like,
Yep.
yeah. So the next time it happened, I brought it, and they're just like, yeah, we won't be able to check it until maybe like Friday. Mind you, this was like Monday or Tuesday. So I'm like, all right, I guess. I mean, it's probably gonna turn on by that time, but
Right.
whatever. They gave me a loaner though, and I had it for like 5 weeks.
Jesus.
And
Oh, that's since I've been out?
yeah,
You
and
say 5 weeks?
yeah,
You've still had that same fucking loaner, that CX9, CX5?
yeah, I had it for 5 weeks, and they they ended up calling me when they finally found the issue and was like, hey, so it looks like your blower motor is messed up, so we're just gonna have to switch it. I'm like, you don't fucking say, guy. You don't fucking say. Like, yeah, so we just gotta wait another week for the part to come in and then we'll switch it. I'm like, whatever,
Oh
man,
my
as long as
god.
it's fixed.
What,
Like,
what fucking dickheads?
at, at this point, I didn't even care. I was like, whatever, dude.
Just
Go
trying to
fuck
milk
yourselves.
you.
Yeah. Well, no, it's not even that because it's like warranty. Like, it's all warranty. So once the warranty's over on that car, I'm never taking it to that dealership. Fuck them. Like, they don't even like. Imagine a guy that is like telling you the issue, but you're not actually listening to him, and you're thinking it's a different fucking issue.
What do you mean?
Like,
You don't know what you're talking about.
right?
Not, your car.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't know anything about cars. What do you mean?
Like,
Not one
so
thing.
I understand from like a professional's standpoint on something, right? Where someone tells you how to do your job, like you walking in trying to tell them their job. I understand it to an
Mhm.
extent that that's annoying. But when it's kind of pretty blatant that you know what it is, where it's just like, it's cold, but it's loud. How many things could that actually be?
Right.
So
Right.
it
And even then, that's not really like telling them how to do their job. That's you describing what the issue is so
Yeah,
that they
and they're
can do
just
their
doing
job.
something that has nothing to do with the issue too.
right,
Right.
Like, now that I remember, when I told them, is like, I never said anything about the temperature, and then I re-explained to them what was going on. Is like, well, the you're always going to hear that motor when you turn on the AC. I'm like, how the fuck? Like, I was just like so done with them that I was like, whatever. But like, how in the fuck is a 2020 car supposed to have such a loud AC motor, and my 2003 Honda like no sound whatsoever from the blower motor?
right,
Like, I don't understand how that's a thing, but whatever, guy. So yeah, just that was my first experience with something wrong with the car.
right.
And I was just like, yeah, fuck that, man. Like, I'll stick with the warranty as long as I can, but I don't need to deal with them
Right.
afterwards.
That's so. Whatever. I never really have up until this car. I've never really had any like good experiences with mechanics. It's always
Yeah.
some shady shit or some someone me explaining something to someone and then them fucking something up because they didn't listen to me.
Right.
No,
Right.
I fixed this. It's like that's not what I wanted you to fix. Thanks. Um, yeah, I don't know. But Billy, your car is kind of old now, right?
I had 2012 Ford Taurus.
Yeah. So it's
Nice.
holding up for how old it is.
When'd you buy it?
Yeah. I bought it like my senior year of college, and
2013.
no, college, not high school. So like
17.
20. Actually, it was 2018 because I was there for 4.5 years.
Oh yeah, because you're
And I started
dumb.
a semester late. I started a semester late because I went to basic, and
We
then
all know how that ended.
yeah, I mean that went fine.
My one and only experience I had going to visit Billy over there at his college, man. It was
Carson.
me and our buddy Carson, yeah. So we go there and we meet up with their old or two of their buddies, right? It was it was Alyssa,
Yeah, it
which is
was
now married to
Alyssa,
Carson, and then what's the
myself,
other girl's
Carson. Then
name?
it was my roommate was there.
No, it was the other chick. Uh, you guys like treated her like one of the bros.
Was it the
But anyways,
satanic ex-girlfriend?
no,
No,
No?
it was definitely not Denise.
Okay.
no, that chick was hot as fuck
Get
though.
doxxed!
Um, so I remember she told me like, dude, Carson is weird. Like this was around the time when he was like super religious. Not saying that he's not anymore, but like she's like, dude, this one day I'm just walking back to my dorm and I see him just walking by himself. I'm like, hey man, how's it going? I was like, oh, just going out for a prayer walk. she's, she's just like, what?
Yeah.
and like we bring it up to him and he's just like, dude, I don't even remember doing anything like that.
He was just in
But
Super
then
Zen mode. The prayer
yeah,
walk worked.
Prayer walk work.
yeah, right. Later on that night, we end up going back to Billy's dorm, and we're playing some video games, and like we end up getting like cheese curds and like chicken nuggets or whatever.
We also
And
watched some movies, didn't we? Was Sicario?
I think so. Yeah, I think that was it.
It was something you recommended. But yeah,
Yeah.
we had while we were watching it. It was we had already first off we had already like had some drinks.
Well, this was after they left though, because it was just us three.
Yeah, it was
It-
just us. The girls had left because it was already like past the. I went to a religious university, so they had uh, curfew. I don't think Lewis had curfew for people coming over. I don't remember.
Midnight.
All
Yeah,
right, yeah.
Brandon's
See, ours was like 10 o'clock.
Yeah.
Um,
But
so
Carson was the only one that was like drinking, and it was like wine coolers too.
it was something that we just like. I think that he picked up because he heard they sounded good.
Yeah,
So he
yeah.
picked them up and we were drinking.
And he was the one that started cooking. Well, he put the cheese curds and nuggets all together
Oh, and it was the mac
in
and
the
cheese
oven.
balls.
Yeah,
The little
yeah.
like fried mac and cheese balls.
Yeah. Put them in the oven and like completely forgot about them until we started smelling smoke.
He put them all in the middle and didn't even spread them out. He just like puts it on there. It's all over the pan. And the pan, the only pan
What
that would
made it
think that we
worse-
had that was clean had like slits in it because there was supposed to
Yeah.
be a pan that went under it. So there's just like cheese.
It's just like oozing
dripping
down
into the oven.
And when we open up the oven, it's just black smoke. And we just had to open up his door, open up the windows, and yeah, we would never
Oh
let
my
him live that down.
It was so fucking funny though.
I just remember one time I got pretty fucking stoned, and he left he took one of the frozen pizzas and left the the cardboard on. We didn't find out until the thing started on fire. It was like a small fire, but like we started smelling it, and they're like, "Brad," they're like, "Yeah." did you leave the cardboard on? Yeah.
Was that the same night that you watched The Witch?
No. That was a completely different shitty experience.
Was that your only time with edibles?
Yes.
With edibles?
Yeah. So, have you heard this story, Billy?
I don't think I have.
So, Aaron and I got some edibles one day. This is when I was at Lewis. It was Valentine's Day. We just wanted to hang out, chill out. So we took a couple edibles. Think of like a dum dum, right? Like that like sucker part of it.
Yeah.
Probably about that big. And what we didn't realize is that was just pure THC. Right? So popped one of those, and then like 2 hours later, it took 2 hours to kick in. We're watching The Witch, which The Witch, not even a scary movie, more of a disturbing movie. There is a point where everything started repeating to me. So Kara would like turn over and be like, "What did they just say?" And then in my head, I would hear, "What did they just say? What did they just say? What did they just say?" And it freaked me out. I'm like, "Why am I hearing like double and triple of everything?" I'm like, "What the fuck is going on?" So then I start having a fucking anxiety attack in the middle of it. And I'm like, my heart's pumping out of my chest. There's a really creepy part happening in this. I'm like, I can't watch this fucking movie. I'm terrified. So I'm basically like tripping, which I know like you can't really trip on weed / THC, but I'm getting as close as you can get, right? I'm greened the fuck out to the point where I'm scared, you know?
Right.
So we decided to switch on Bob's Burgers, and we just picked an episode randomly, and it just happened to be an episode about weed, which is hilarious. But so the whole experience, me getting double of everything. If we took it around like 6, let's say. It didn't kick in until about 8, and we were up watching movies. I was up freaking out until midnight, 1 in the morning. Finally was able to knock out. Woke up like 10 out of 10 high, but 10 out of 10 of like I am chill as fuck high. But also 10 out of 10 where I didn't remember anything that I did like 2 seconds earlier, you know?
Right.
Apparently in the middle of the night, we ended up going down to the C store and getting like, I got Twinkies and milk or some shit. Don't remember eating that. And then I drove Kara home because she had to work the next day. I didn't go to any of my classes. I ran into one of our high school buddies because I went to Wendy's and he was at the cash register, and I don't remember the conversation at all. I just know he was there. I don't know what the fuck I said to the guy. And then I just chilled, and then I think I was that high I was 10 out of 10 until about like 11 in the morning. Then I hit maybe like a 5 for the rest of the day, and then finally just chilled out after that. But that was shitty edible experience.
Man,
I've never had edibles.
dude, my first experience was fucking insane. Cause it wasn't like a gummy edible or anything. It was a fucking homemade edible. One of my buddy's friends would end up getting like a fuckload of Nutella and just throwing on as much weed as he wanted to on that.
Huh.
And then just putting it in between 2 graham crackers, and that was that. Like, so yeah, that was it. That was the edible. But the smell was so fucking strong too. So he ended up giving me one. I'm like, I want to try an edible. He ended up giving me one. And I'm hanging out with an old buddy of ours, Charlie. And we end up going to like a store or something because he wanted to check something out. And on the way back, I'm just like, all right, I'm gonna eat like half of this. And then like he I listened enough from his shit to just take the whole fucking thing. And I just ate the whole thing, and it was like stages of high for me, right? Because I had been high before, but that was from smoking.
Hmm.
So I kind of like had an idea of what was gonna happen, but not like this.
Right.
So after like 30 minutes, I felt like I felt really good because like anytime I get high, like it makes me feel super relaxed, and then like my neck every single time my neck just feels really fucking good.
Hmm.
So I'm like, okay, this is a start, sure. And then, like 15 minutes later, I'm like, okay, like now I'm high. I'm like, oh shit, all right, this is getting pretty good. And 15 minutes pass by, and now this is just like the highest I've ever been. I'm just like, whoa, dude. Like I'm in his basement and he puts on Cowboy Bebop for me while he's getting ready to go to work. I'm like, what the fuck is this, man?
1, 2, 3, let's rock. And
And
he's over
I
here
was
like
I was act no, I was chill though. I was chill, but I was conscious enough to like be able to ask my friend if I can go over to her place until, this cools off. And she said that was fine, and I ended up asking Charlie to take me there. And as soon as I get there, I couldn't talk. I could not talk at all. So all I'm doing is fucking smile and nod the entire time. and like, and she's like asking me questions and shit, and all I can do is like,
my own wave, boys. My own
like,
wave.
so as soon as I get there, they're like, "Hey, we're gonna eat dinner. Do you want to chill with us?" I'm like, "Yeah, sure." Like I obviously didn't say that, but like I just went with them,
Hmm.
and I'm sitting down. Like I couldn't eat, I couldn't do anything. I'm just like sitting down like with like the biggest shit eating grin in my life. And they're all eating. And like she's I'm like starting to smile and giggle a bit, and I just couldn't do anything without like giggling and stuff. So
Right.
they finished eating. She ended up taking me. Like I couldn't even go upstairs, dude. I couldn't even walk upstairs. I was like crawling upstairs.
Jesus.
And then this was when it started going downhill because I started feeling really nauseous.
Hmm.
And I was dry heaving like a motherfucker, dude. Like it sounded like I should have been puking and like puking my literal guts out, but I
Hmm.
wasn't. I was just dry heaving. And it was like so loud and stuff. And like her dad was just like, what the hell did he do? And like she's like, yeah, he just took an edible. So I mean, I don't know how much he took, but whatever. We ended up going. I ended up crawling back to her bathroom. I'm like sitting next to the toilet. I'm just like this the entire time. I'm like, I'm just like moving my neck back and forth because that was the only thing that was like feeling good. And like, I was right next to the toilet just in case. And she asked me, was like, "Hey, do you trust this guy? Like, do you trust the stuff that he put in his just weed?" And like, I didn't know what to say, so I said no. And
Oh
she ends up calling my friend my friend Brian, because I ended up getting it through his friend. She just starts bitching him out, dude. She's like, "What the fuck, dude? Like, how you gonna let him take this or that or whatever?" Like, I don't even know what. Like, I'd have to ask her what she was saying, but yeah, she bitched him the fuck out, and it finally
no.
died down, and she ended up taking me home. And I turned on the seat warmer, and that was like the greatest feeling in the world. I'm like, dude, what the fuck is this? This is so cool. And like on the way home, when she's taking me home, I see that it's 9 o'clock. It was 2 hours, dude. I felt like it was an entire like I was there for the entire day
Hmm.
because my buddy dropped me off at 7 p.m. and then she dropped me home at 9 p.m. and I'm just like, what the fuck,
Oh
dude?
God.
This felt like it lasted hours, not just
Right.
two. And yeah, that was my first experience with an edible. And I wanted to redeem myself like a couple months later, so I asked him to give me another one. And we ended up going to see Blade Runner in theaters, and I lost, but it wasn't as bad as the first time. It was just I was just really high, and it just lasted the movie, and that was it. But I was so high during the movie, right?
Mhm.
I was getting texts on my phone. I was so high. I was slowly pulling my phone out of my pants because I was afraid it was gonna be too loud in the fucking theaters, dude.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
So I just in general have like anxiety, so like I think weed kind of amplifies that. Obviously,
Mhm.
there aren't there's different strands, so there could be a strand that'll actually do better for me. I don't know, but yeah, that shit's sketchy. Like for me at least. And so I also can't drink alcohol really, but I get insurance in 2 days. So I think I'm gonna try again.
He's gonna test his limits.
I'll see. I'll see if I can go have like a truly or
Oh
some
man.
shit.
You know,
Truly.
you know what I have yet to see is a blackout Billy.
Blackout?
Blackout Billy.
Because you get blackout
Oh.
first.
Yeah, just that one time.
I don't know if a blackout Billy's what you want to see.
Blackout
Dude,
Billy
like
is
you,
a
you're
dick.
you're in like top two or top three heaviest drinkers I know. Like you can literally drink 2 fucking bottles and you'll probably slur your words at most.
I haven't had a drink for a while.
Good for you, Billy. You need to get rid of that beer again.
Now it's just fat.
I remember this one time Billy came over and me, him, and Carson went to go visit some of Carson's
I
friends
knew
up
this one
north.
was coming up.
And we go to the store and like look for the different types of drinks. And Carson was like really wanted to go like experiment. So he ended up getting a what's it called? A type of drink that was like
It was a
coconut and
cannonball,
something.
wasn't it? It was like a
Yeah,
coconut
yeah.
flavored cannonball.
Yeah, it was that. And then he also ended up getting a vodka or like a Ciroc or something that was cinnamon flavored.
No, it was oh fuck, what was it? It was a vodka. I don't remember what it was. But then he also got like pineapple juice and all that. And he read
Yeah, but
somewhere
he
that if
wanted
he
to mix
mixed the
drinks.
coconut with the pineapple juice, it was supposed to be really good.
Yeah,
It was
so
not.
or that didn't go as planned because as soon as we got to the girl's apartment, the people that were already there had already gotten like 7 shots in and stuff, and they were playing games. And we were like, "Oh, you know what? Let's just catch up with them."
Yeah,
And
let's
we
go
were just
match
we
them.
just started downing so many shots right then and there. And it got to the point where everyone was dead, pretty much. Like everyone was blackout, and like one of them started puking in the bathroom, and
Oh,
then
one of the girls started puking in the bathroom, and the other girls are in there like holding back. Like, okay.
yeah. I remember they told me that night she was one of the girls were trying to call their best friend, and
Mhm.
the other girl was just like, no, it's like 1 in the morning. What if she's busy? I'm like, this is my best friend, she's going to answer because it's me. Some goofy shit like that.
Oh
But
my
then
god.
me and Billy are pretty good, even after all the shit that we drank, we're pretty good. But Carson is just dead, man.
He's
He's
gone.
he is literally sitting in a corner because this is him about to be going into basic training, and he found out that the girl of his dreams, which they're now married, so
Mhm.
congrats to them. She was gonna go to France, I think.
Yep.
She was gonna do like some volunteer work or something for like nursing, I think.
I can't remember if it was nursing, but she was
It
going
was
out there for something.
yeah, something like super good like that, just to
Yeah.
help out the community. And Carson was just like, I don't want her to go, stuff like that. He starts bawling his eyes out. And like we're just there comforting him while someone else is like making mozzarella sticks. So when the mozzarella sticks are done, we're just like, you know what, Carson, you just need to eat and drink some water. So we give him one mozzarella stick. And like he's just like, okay, I gotta pee or something. So we get him to the bathroom. He literally couldn't whip out his own dick. So
Do anything.
me and
He's
Billy
sitting
were about to
fumbling
just
with
whip it out for him and aim for him until last second. He's like, wait, no, I got it now.
I got it.
So, it got pretty bad because then he started puking afterwards.
Yeah. And then
And
while
I
he's
actually-
puking, the other girl that was puking comes in and is like, is he gonna be okay? And the other girls are like stumbling, trying to catch her.
Oh man, and we end up getting a bag, a garbage bag, just in case he kept going. And I still have this picture, but like he's sitting in front of a couch, and like he can't lift his arms up or anything. He looks like he's just knocked out. We got Billy with the full garbage bag, pretty much covering the dude's face, just in case.
Oh,
Oh man, what a night! And then me and Billy are the last ones staying up, and
Chatting.
yeah, chatting while he's eating like the rest of the taco meat that I brought, and like he falls asleep on the table with his hand on the taco meat.
In the taco meat, yeah. This was like the first time that I had actually gone to Z's house. The one time we had met before, he'd come to my apartment and we had played games before, but now I had actually like gone to his house. I met his parents before we went anywhere. Like they made a whole bunch of tacos and all this. Like whole family was there. I don't even think it was a special reason. They were just like there to hang out.
Yeah,
they're
And
always there.
they're like, here, like take some food for the girls. And they're like, oh, thanks. And then we eat the tacos and it's just
Z's
me.
parents' cooking is just great drunk food.
Oh yeah, it
It's-
is.
it's great food.
Zuko is going to be legally helping us watch the fight.
Have you been messaging him?
Yeah.
This whole time.
His internet just dropped, but he's gonna give us the
shit.
very legal link or Discord.
Right. Oh man.
Yeah, I don't miss drinking that much, but it would be nice to have the option.
Right.
Nothing is more annoying to me than being around a bunch of drunk people when you can't drink.
Same.
Even
Yeah.
if you can't have one drink, like so I understand like you could be DD, but
I've definitely been there, and even not as DD. It's just
not wanting.
I've
to
just
drink or
been there, not
something.
being yeah, and it's just everyone else. They will create the fun just because they're drunk, and
Yeah.
then you're there. Just all right, but
Um,
yeah, it's nice the fun that comes out of it with the people that we get drunk with. Just we don't get rowdy, like we won't fight or anything like that. We'll just do a bunch of goofy shit, say a bunch of goofy shit.
Real stupid shit.
Yeah.
I don't miss having to go to bars. I don't like drinking at bars. I don't like having to yell over like the music and the other people talking as you're trying to like as you're trying to like talk with somebody else that you haven't talked to in a long time. And
Right.
I've done that so many times. It's just like it's just a headache. I like game nights and being able to just get drunk with friends.
Yep.
Or even like the little parties that we would throw all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah, just kind of miss that shit.
Yeah, I remember I threw a New Year's party at my house, and Brad was literally looking for whatever reason to fight this guy because our friend Anselmo started dancing with his girlfriend, and Brad was just like, "Please give me a reason."
I am not a angry drunk. Didn't like this guy.
Oh, man.
Cat, what? Want to say hi to the podcast? Come here. Huh.
Like he always wants to say hi to the podcast.
Hey, dickhead.
Of
Hi.
course.
Hello. You're not even gonna show yourself. Hi, little asshole.
shot.
You know that?
Oh my god.
No.
You know, this one time in band camp, Brad ended up giving this nasty right hook to his dog. And then later in the future, the dog did the same thing to him.
All right, so high school me wanted to be a UFC fighter. So part of my workout routine was shadow boxing, and I'm shadow boxing, and my dog's in the other room, and I think I get her excited, like she gets oh, it's playtime, and then this is a big dog. She's a standard poodle, but she's like 60 pounds, and if I'm 5'6", she can put her paws up on my shoulders, standing up.
Jesus.
Yeah. So I'm like shadow boxing, and she runs around the corner as I'm like going in for a hook, and she jumps up, and I hit her, and I was devastated, right?
That's dog abuse.
I know. I felt so bad. This is the sweetest dog in the world. I loved her so much. So, and then to lay out how she got me back, and she's done this multiple times. The way my family room was set up is we had one couch on the wall, and then one couch kind of just out in the open, facing the TV, obviously. But there's like the kitchen is behind, so it's all connected. No like doors or anything. So couch is out in the open, and she would always lay facing the kitchen. She would lay on the couch, but she would look over onto the towards the kitchen. And I don't know what happened. I think I was just playing with her one time, but she popped up and hit me in the face back. But she honestly, she was the best dog that I've ever had. She was the biggest sweetheart, and she unfortunately passed away about 3 years ago.
She was awesome.
Yeah, and so she, again, female dog, right? Tara, my girlfriend, she was so startled the first time she heard Madison bark. And I think it was like a year into a relationship too. Like Madison's always a chill dog, but out of nowhere one day she just heard Maddie go woof, and she's like, "What the fuck was that?" She's like, "That was Maddie," and she's like, "No, it's not." And I was like, "Yeah, it was. That's how deep her bark is."
Maddie doesn't bark. What do you mean?
You also used to have a dog that was like a fifth or sixth of her size, but like was rowdy for no fucking reason at all.
He would square the fuck up with Madison every fucking day. And so Madison she was, again, such a good dog. She would get down on Prancer's level to play with him. Like she would the only time she would ever use her size against him was when when she was actually getting pissed off, right? And he was the biggest little fucking instigator. And we're convinced that he was like the he was the one that plotted everything. So he was too small to jump up on anything except the couch. So my guess is he would go up to Madison and be like, "Hey, go get the cookies that are off the stove," because Madison was big enough to go get the fucking cookies that were off the stove. And the amount of times that I've just seen them both eating everything at the same time.
Oh man,
they were a menace. And then when Prancer passed away, Madison just super chill, barely ever barked because she had no one to instigate her. Yeah, she's a big lovable dog.
It was a good balance, honestly, because Prancer, like, even though he was like an instigator and rowdy, he still wouldn't like bite or anything. He was just being a douche.
Yeah. Yeah, Prancer only ever snipped at me once or twice, and that was probably deserved. He just barked way too much. We couldn't train him to chill out at all. And I just remember waking up all the time at like 5 a.m, hearing him just bark at dogs or some shit.
Yeah, one day you come up to me with the weirdest dream you ever had with him.
I killed my dog in my dream. With basically what was like Thor's hammer. So Prancer was like evil incarnate or some shit. And the only way for evil to be cleansed is if I killed my dog. and I just got a giant fucking hammer.
Oh man.
He was also a little fucking shit, but I loved him.
Yeah.
I've kind of ran out of topics, and I think we got a fight to go watch. So if you guys want to end it here, that's chill.
I am down.
Fine with that.
Hey guys, hopefully this episode goes up. Who fucking knows?
Yeah.
Not me.
Deuces.
Love you guys. Bye.
Bye.